Hello and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I will be doing a reading for the sign of Taurus for the month of April 2023. I hope all my Taurus friends are doing well. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate. Only take the parts that resonate and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we do have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Six of Wands. In the obstacle position, we have the Ten of Wands clarified by the Chariot. In the present position, we do have the Seven of Wands clarified by the Empress, and in the future outcome position, we do have the Sun clarified by the Page of Pentacles. So let's get right into this spread. In the past position, you do have the Queen of Wands, which tells me that recently you had a person who was helping you feel more confident, more determined, or in tarot, energy is interchangeable. It could also be you who felt a lot of confidence recently and determination in order to accomplish something that really meant a lot to you. You do have the Six of Wands in the clarifying position, so it was clearly a victory. It was clearly something that worked out for you. And as a result, it kind of created a wonderful experience that you can, kind of count on as a foundation and move forward and accomplish, amazing things. But also use that confidence, since you've had it before, you can repeat that again. The Queen of Wands is a really great card to have in personal aspects of your life, as well as in professional aspects as well. She's someone who is very kind of magnetic. She's someone who really knows how to express herself really well in order to get something that she wants to get. So her energy is really great to have, dear Taurus. And the Six of Wands is a great card as well, because it points to public recognition of your accomplishments, of your victory, of your triumph. And so, people have taken note of you. How can they not, Taurus? You work so hard. And this is why you have the Ten of Wands in the obstacle position. It may feel like you're carrying a whole world on your shoulders. So, as a result, you may kind of be frustrated and tired, and you may be not delegating as much as you should be delegating to others. It's important to remember that, when you take too much on, not a whole lot of is going to get done. Not a whole lot of it is going to get done. So it's really important to go back to the Nine of Wands energy and pick your battles wisely. You want to focus on what's truly, truly important to you. So you have to go through your values, you have to go through your goals, you have to weed out what's important to you, what's not important to you, so that you can focus on one or two simple things. We see this person carrying all these sticks, these wands, and they have, green things growing out of them, symbolizing that, each wand is like one more undertaking that you have been, carrying. And then each undertaking has possibilities and opportunities. That's why it's the green leaves that are growing on it. So it's understandable why you want to take on so much, because you are strong, because you are capable, because you have a proven track record. But at the same time, you want to take it easy, because when you take on too much, it depletes your energy. Your energy is the reason you are here on earth, to work with energy. And so saying no and delegating and doing all those things is just as important as saying yes and taking all kinds of things on. find out what you truly care about and move in that direction, and just kind of let go of everything else. You do have the Chariot in the clarifying position, which definitely tells me that you may feel frustrated in the month of April because you may be questioning the direction that you're moving in, and that's quite understandable. I think 3 other signs had also the Chariot in the clarifying obstacle position. So there are people out there who are struggling in which direction to move, and it is a privilege to struggle with that type of problem. It's really a wonderful problem to have. It's important to remember to be grateful, because once you work through that, you will be so much more rewarded. You will be so much more knowledgeable as a result of working through it. The Chariot does remind you to not force things, just kind of allow things to unravel, allow things to happen. You do have a say in how things kind of turn out to be, but at the same time, when you force things too much, you create resistance from the universe. So it's a very fine balance. It's a very touch and go. You have to be quite careful when you're working with energy, and when you're working with your emotions, because your emotions are energy. It's an energy that comes out of you, that what you feel is, you feel energy. And so be careful with how you use it, because you want to balance. It's okay to think negatively. It's okay to scream, yell, and express your shadow side, as long as you counterbalance it with half a day of being positive, and being grateful and raising your vibration. Do you see what I'm saying? That balance, it's tricky, but once you kind of realize how to work with energy, how to work with your emotions, it's much easier. It gets easier as you do it more and more, is what I'm trying to say. Now, in the present position, you have the Seven of Wands, which is an interesting card, because when you look at the Seven of Wands, behind this person is the sky, but that we don't see any clouds in that sky. So much like the Ten of Wands here as well. And so there's an element when you don't have so many clouds in the tarot cards, it says that there's an element where you come in. So it's not like there's an obstacle that is created by another person or a situation. It's a lot of it is you misinterpreting the signs, or you not seeing a way forward because of your previous beliefs. But the way forward is there. So with the Seven of Wands, you may find yourself in a position where you are kind of standing up for what you believe in, where you are kind of like putting up boundaries and saying, this is what I'm going to accept, this is what I'm not going to accept. With the Empress in the clarifying position, it's telling me that you're definitely clearly standing up against maybe not having or making as much money as you would like, not having the ability to create something that you want, or not really seeing the way of creating something. You are standing up because you have had enough. You are saying, this is what I'm going to accept and this is what I'm not going to accept. So things are becoming easier because you're going from the Ten of Wands, you're going to the Seven of Wands, right? So, the amount of burden that you're carrying, the amount of responsibility is a little bit lessened. And you are starting to kind of enjoy yourself a little bit more as the month of April progresses. You also, with the Seven of Wands, may be thinking about what you should do next. And that is another reason why you're kind of standing up for yourself. That is another reason why you're putting up boundaries, is because, when you're standing on this high ground, make no mistake, you are in an advantageous position. So, it would be an honor. It's an honor to be in the Seven of Wands. So that's important to remember. You are in the advantageous position. You are getting quite a bit of attention because you are succeeding. You are doing things that are right. But that doesn't mean that everyone's going to be very supportive. Remember, when a person starts to shine too much, they cast a shadow. And where does the devil hide? In the shadow. So the bigger the success, the longer the shadow. The bigger the success, the more the devil is, getting busy and not sleeping and so on and so forth. Because again, it is about the balance. You live in the world of duality. You live in the world where you have night and day, where you have life and death, where you have hunger and satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? You have the opposites. The opposites is what, creates this world of duality in which you live. And the reason you live in this world is because you signed a soul contract and you agreed to go through this journey, to go through this experience. And why did you agree? Knowing that Earth is a very difficult school. That's because, in a third dimension, you experience things you cannot in the fifth dimension, because in the fifth dimension you're different. Like, your body is different, you're different, you're more mental, you're more like knowledge and energy is so much easier for you. You just experience things differently. But this is a difficult, dimension, and that's why it has the opposites, and that's why it has this duality that is created. The great part is that in the future outcome position, you have the Sun, which is definitely all about, joy and success and celebration, which comes in different forms. For some, it comes in the form of being accepted and feeling like you're part of a tribe that you really enjoy being of. For others, you get to self-realize something, which makes, things wonderful for you because you're able to see something you didn't see before. Many of you are going to feel optimism and joy, and you're really, Tauruses are really going to enjoy the end of April because, you are going into your birthday season. You are feeling strong, feeling powerful. This is your time to manifest. And that's why, of course, you have the Sun. You do have the Page of Pentacles in the clarifying position, which tells me that you may be learning something new that's going to help you make money. Or you may be doing something that you haven't done before that's going to give you ideas, resourcefulness, some sort of abundance. Remember, it's not just about money, because abundance comes in different ways. It can come through a friend, like a friendship that helps you see something you didn't before, and therefore you kind of monetize it and make, some money. It could be some sort of support that you didn't receive before. Abundance comes in different ways, so it's important to be open-minded. But let's see what we can clarify with the two energy oracle cards that I pulled earlier today. We have Victory, and we also have Angel of Strength. Great. So Victory definitely tells me something is going to happen your way. Something that you wanted for quite a long time is coming up. You are about to get something you wanted. And then you also have the Angel of Strength. So definitely remember, you want to be humble. You want to, when things go your way, kind of don't get too excited. Stay calm. Stay like low. You know, you don't want too much attention, too much, craziness to be around you. Definitely, it's always kind of best to take success and triumph in a way that inspires other people rather than creates envy in other people. So that's why you have the Angel of Strength, which reminds you to use your softer side. Work with the universe instead of forcing something, instead of obsessing over something. Light touch is needed. Light touch, light step, light approach. Don't because Tauruses sometimes they can get frustrated, and then they kind of turn into a bull, if you will, in a china shop. So it's important to remember lightly moving forward, lightly interacting with other people without too much kind of your energy in there. You know what I'm saying? Use your energy lightly. Be careful with how you exchange energy with other people as well. And then I also pulled a mystical wisdom card, and we have choices. Make the best choices. So the divine here is kind of bringing to your attention that you definitely want to pay attention to the choices that you make. Be careful with your choices. Really consider them, really think through them, ask advice from people who inspire you. And really just sort of, make sure that you're making choices calmly, not out of stress, not because someone is like you want to impress someone. You want to, you really want to make sure that you make the choices that are completely and utterly right for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Taurus. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. Please don't forget to visit me on Instagram, and I will see you soon.